matchup with the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Ryan Suckathorn for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Nifty move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Detroit.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Swift again.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. That Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
At the 17-yard line.
Second and 5. Back to throw. Fields.
Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Julian Okwara
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
to throw is Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Out of the gun, Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off play action, Fields.
And that is taken in by Hurst. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. These two teams all tied after one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Fields now to throw. Again, that's Hurst.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Second and goal at the Lions 5-yard line.
Rush in. He's crossing. He's checking.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal.
Here's Fields.
Touchdown, Bears! Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A big play that time on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Yates. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Yates. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, Yates escaping the pressure right.
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Fields on 1st down.
Being chased out left.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Fields.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back two, back two. Come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some.
Now Fields.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first down, Yates.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keith Taylor.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. At least that the coach told us all the time. A lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point up and good by second. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike Bond. Mike Bond. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Over. Check.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Yates. He's going to air one out. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Slam.
They'll run left with Pollard. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Run it. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun. Fields throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Yates. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. To throw on 2nd down. Yates. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Yates. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From just shy of midfield, Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Back now at Soldier Field. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, Yates. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Throwing on 1st down, Yates. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get this off to Swift.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Swift.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws, Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Pollard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd and 8 coming up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sheds him off at the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's